We're just getting ready. Got my grandma and my dad here. We're just waiting a little bit before we head out. You guys should see the mountains though. Last time I talked to you, it was dark outside. Let me show you. So we got okay, I'll flip this around so you guys can see. Check that out. Isn't that so cool? So if you look at the tops of the mountains, there's already some snow up there. Just a little bit, not too much, but I'm hoping. I mean, these clouds are a little too fluffy, but they're starting to move in the right direction. If they get all flat and gray, that's when you know for sure that it's gonna snow. Yeah, do you guys see the frost on people's roofs? So it's cold enough now that the water will freeze just right on top of those roofs over there. So you're starting to get that. You can even see, I don't know if you guys can tell, my breath is going out. Tella57 said, nice weather, so beautiful. Well, yeah, I think so too. Isn't that cool? Yeah. Can you guys see my breath? I can see my breath, but I don't know if the camera can show it. Yeah, it's cold enough that you can see your breath. But yeah, isn't that sweet? We got some of these. This is my grandma's bird feeder right here. We get a lot of birds. I'm trying to get it so we can get some crows to come out, but we haven't had any yet. But they're crazy. They've already eaten everything in there. Okay, let me go back in. Yeah. Let's see. You guys want to see my grandma's little vacuum? Look at that thing. It's just going around cleaning the floor. It's pretty cool because it knows where to go. If it bumps into stuff, it goes in another direction. But I think it does a pretty good job. Let me zoom out so you guys can see the floor. Pretty cool, huh? Hey, Shaniqua says, 我家也有一台. Oh, really? That's awesome. Yeah, they're pretty useful, huh? And then Tella says, hi from Taiwan. Well, hello from Utah. And then Shaniqua said, 我给它取名叫做亚历山大. That's a good name. That's a good name for a vacuum. I don't know what we'd name this one. Herbert? That'd be a good name for, oh, let's look at it. Let's see. Let's see if it looks like a Herbert. Herbert or Mortimer? One of the two. That is a good name. Yalisanda. I like it. You guys all right? It's pretty late for you guys. You tired? Last time it was me getting up crazy early. Now it's you guys staying up late. Huang Xu Qiang. Is it Qiang or Qian? Sorry if I said that wrong. 这是 Marble 故事的奶奶家吗? No. That's my let's see. Let me point it out here. 是她的前夫，就是我的爷爷，已经过世的爷爷的妈妈，所以是她的岳母。她是帮我养那条鱼的奶奶，就是那个奶奶。Yeah， 是就是我爸爸是她的妈妈。And then Tella said, 忘记 Adam 也看得懂中文了。But yep, I do. So be careful what you write, because I'll be able to read it. For the most part, some characters I don't know. Yeah, so we've got those. How you guys doing? You guys have anything crazy going on in Taiwan? We just got done with Thanksgiving. We went to see the new Wicked movie. It's pretty crazy. Huang Xu, that last character, how do you say that? Is that Yu Ma? I know that there's the Yun at the top and then the Wen, but you said 原来. And then, yeah, I do read the characters. Some of them I don't. And then user is N7. Hi. Well, hello to you. How are you? Yeah. We've been eating lots of good things. We had banana cream pie yesterday, apple pie, pumpkin pie. Pretty dang great. We grew a lot of giblets yesterday. If you don't know what giblets are, it's just 肥肉的意思。Tella 57, 准备要去睡觉了. Adam, good night. All right, well, have a good night. You can watch it when you wake up tomorrow morning. Yeah, that's what we got going on here. Shaniqua said, 等一下，亚当会开车去那间店吗? Yeah, we're about to go. We're going to drive over in a couple of minutes. And then you guys can see what it looks like outside. Yeah, we could head right now if you want. Yeah, we'll go right now. Make sure I got all my garb. Oh, if I don't trip myself on the way out the door. All right, off we go. Shut the door here. Alrighty. And then Fiona Atley said, 亚当您好. Hey, how's it going? How you doing? And then user is N7. 想问学中文几年了? I started learning Chinese when I went on my mission. So in my church, people will go and 传教嘛. And that was in 2011. So like a little over 10 years. Yeah, been learning it for a while. It's a fun language. It's pretty great. It is dang fun. Check this out. Check this out, guys. All right, let's see if 那我们先自己聊着老师回来. Let me know if can you guys see me? Because I can see your chat. It looks like you guys can't see what I'm saying. 重新进来之后画面变成黑的，哈哈，还在一直 loading， 转圈圈，现在可以了。Okay, yep. Are you guys back? We back? 终于看到了 ，Yeah. Oh, I'm glad. Okay. 黄可信说，老师可能还在努力抢修 WiFi 中。Yep. But you guys can see me now. You guys can see me now. Well, all right. Hallelujah. Good. I'm glad. Can you guys see the mountains? Let me know. Because that would not be good if we're popping in and out. Okay, good. Everybody can see it good. All right, yeah. Hua Miao Miao said, wow, nice view. And then Miao Lu said, yes. Fiona said, 很清楚. Novak said, yeah. Okay, good. All right, good. I'm glad you guys can see because this is pretty cool. This is something you wouldn't normally see in Taiwan. And then
get the snow on the top.
Yeah, we're starting to get. You guys see that the snow is starting to come on the tops of the mountains. And then Fiona said, 天空也很美. Yeah, isn't that cool? And then Chilo said, 刚才可能经过51区. Yeah, probably. We definitely move greater distances in the States. It's a lot more spread out. And then 黄可欣说，哇，隔着画面可以感觉到那里的空气很新鲜. Yeah, it is. Well, it is and it isn't. It depends on how bad the inversion is. That's when we get, because if you guys see, you see these mountains up here. There's mountains all around the Utah Valley. If we can, you can't really see because those buildings. Yeah, there's mountains over there, and so because of that, a lot of uran gets trapped in here. So sometimes the air gets really bad. And then Miao Lu said, 我有在美国开车过，路很大条. Yeah, they are big. And especially in Utah too. The guy that founded Utah as a state, he made the roads like really wide because he had like 那种牛会拉的车子嘛, like the huge ox carts. So he had to be able to turn his whole ox cart around, and so he wanted all the roads to be big enough to do that. So they're really wide in Utah. Yeah, and then Unikai said 山上好多雪. Actually, this is not a lot of snow. It's a little bit. It gets to the point where this whole mountain is white in the winter.
And down here.
And down here, there's snow everywhere down on like in the valley. And then Ke Xuan Yi Hao Huang. Haha. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. That's just part of driving around on these bumpy roads. You're gonna be bumping along with me. And then Chilo said 山头下雪. Yeah, there's a little bit of snow up on the mountains. Elimao said, go hiking. Yeah, you could. You know, there's actually this really cool thing you can do. It's called snowshoeing. And it's where you wear like tennis rackets, like 有点像网牌的样子，然后会放在脚的底下，然后这样你就可以走在很低的雪的上面. That's the best. Like snowshoeing, a lot of people will do that. Shaniqua said, 亚当是几岁开始开车的啊? Well, it depends. There's the legal answer and the illegal answer. The legal answer would be I started driving when I was 16. The illegal answer is my grandpa made me drive his car when I was 11. So I learned how to drive when I was really little, but people weren't supposed to know that. That was not legal.
I started driving as soon as I could reach the pedals. On the farm, you drive as soon as you can reach the pedals. You have to drive the farm trucks.
Yep. So it didn't matter how old you were. If you needed to do stuff on the farm, you'd have to just start driving. So yeah, my grandpa thought it was really important to learn how to drive. Yalu said, 从加州开到 Joshua Tree National Park. That's really far. How far is California to Joshua Tree National Park? That's like
it's probably 5-6 hours.
5 or 6 hours. That's 不简单哦. That's a long drive for somebody from Taiwan. I think that's almost the full distance of, like, that'd be like from Taipei to Kaohsiung. Novak 9853 said, does everyone home have heaters? Yes. Yeah, if you don't have a heater, you're a dead turd.
And air conditioning.
And air conditioning too, yeah. You gotta have both, because it does get hot here in the summer. Hua Hua Meow said, those mountains look like the painting drawn by Bob Ross. He loves painting snowy mountains. It kind of does, doesn't it? Let's look at those. Yeah, you could do. There's
happy trees.
We got some happy trees. Happy trees. There's no mistakes, only happy accidents. Yeah, it does kind of look like Bob Ross, huh? And then Mialu said, "Oh, it was 5 hours. You drove 5小时." Yeah, that's a long drive. That's pretty good. Yeah. Look at this guy on his weird scooter. Ugh, I missed it. But there's a guy on a scooter. You'll just have to believe me. All right, so now we're getting on one of the biggest freeways in Utah. It's called I-15. The reason there's an I in front of it is because it means interstate. It means it can go in between 不同的州. So this is the road that goes in between states. So you can take I-15 all the way from Utah to Jiazhou. Oh, here's the weirdo on the scooter. See if I can. Ooh, he's a fast little guy. Look at him. Look at that little scooter. So there, he's not jogging, but he's riding that. Yeah. Hua Meow said, ha ha, yeah, he always says happy trees. He does say happy trees, yeah. And then Johann Sebastian Bach said, that guy is cool. He is cool. And he said, sorry, I just into here. Where is there? So we're in Utah. This city right here is Clearfield. In fact, check this out. There's a sign for it. Clearfield City. So this is Clearfield, but we're going to be leaving Clearfield pretty soon. As soon as we get onto I-15, which is, so it says North 15 up there, we'll be driving up to Smith and Edwards. So Novak 9853, means connect to different state. That's exactly what it means. So anytime you see a road that says I something, it means that road goes in between states. It's a really long road. You can drive on I-15 all the way from Utah to California, and you could even drive on it all the way to Canada too, can't you?
Yep, Seattle.
Yep, up to Seattle. So I mean, it's a really long road. And then Johann Sebastian Bach said, "Wow, pretty snow mountain." Yeah, it's gorgeous, huh? I can't wait to show you guys when there's more snow. It should come any week now. So yeah, right now we're on I-15. So if you guys had a map of Utah, we're a little bit further than Salt Lake, and now we're driving to the top of the state. We're going north. Oh, it looks like somebody's car broke down. That sucks. Johann Sebastian Bach says, "But you two looks not feel cold." Yeah. Can you guys hear me now? 现在听得到吗? Can you guys hear me? No voice? 还没有? Oh, okay, there we go. You guys can hear me now. Hey, hello. Lost you guys there. Okay, it sounds like everybody Yola. Okay, good. All right, so my dad was just talking about Smith and Edwards. So he's telling.
Show them well, wait until we got the sun's just coming up on the mountains.
Check out the sun coming on the mountains, though. Look at that. Isn't that cool? So the sun's just barely starting to come back.
So we're gonna ride around this corner, you're gonna be able to see it better.
Then Johann Sebastian Bach said, "Hey, you back?" Yes, we're back. I like you guys telling me that it's cutting out. That's good. Keep that up. I'm glad that I'm back, though. So we're driving up on I-15. Isn't that cool? The sun coming up on the mountains like that. Nicole said, "Handsome dad." And then Johann Sebastian Bach said, "Wow, that's your dad? He looks so young. I thought he's your bro." No, that's my dad. He is a handsome duffer. Novak 9853 said, "So close to the mountains." Yep, that's exactly right. That is, Utah is just right in the middle of the mountains. You can check out this big mountain over here too. Isn't that cool? Super pretty. So yeah, the city that we're in right now, this is called Ogden. Ogden. It's a pretty old city.
It's a railroad city.
It's actually, yeah, it's a railroad city.
Telling us where the railroads connect. It's not too far from here.
Yeah, I don't think I have told them that. So, 以前的那个铁路嘛, right? They built it to go across the country. It was in Ogden, near this city, where they finished the 铁路that went across the states.
On the East Coast and on the West Coast, and they met here in Utah.
Yeah, they met right. It's like, honestly, right out in this area over here. Yeah, and when they finished doing it, they had a golden, like, it's like a zhuang, right? Like a spike, a stake that they would pound in the ground for the 铁路, and they put a golden one in the ground.
Connected one side of the states to the other.
Yep. Ocean to ocean, that was the goal of it. So we've got said ha. Ellie Mao said, "So beautiful." Johann Sebastian Bach said, "I was talking about it's a good idea to share your real life on YouTube." Well, I think so too. Because I want to show you guys the stuff out here, you know. Nicole Lee said, "How about the temperature there now? Is it still 36?
39.
So it's 39 degrees right now. So it's getting a little bit warmer. Part of that's because the sun's coming up though. And then we got Calper Chun. "I've been to Salt Lake City in 2022. That's awesome. Did you like it? Did you have a good time?" Johann Sebastian Bach said, "I was there a few times, but was in Texas." That's cool. I've actually never been to Texas. My dad has. His friend lives out in Texas. Austin, Texas. Yeah. He loves it. And then 黄可欣说，亚当老师，我们对你 是真爱呀。你网络讯号 it's kind of hard with my head bouncing around， 有时候又没声音。我们还是紧紧跟随着你。你说这是不是真爱 ？Yeah, seriously, you guys are good to me for staying with me. I know it's hard because the internet is popping in and out, but I appreciate you guys staying. It's not easy. Chilo said, 带着镜的老爸有没有像地表最强老爸 Liam Neeson? So they're saying that you're like Liam Neeson. He likes that. Calbert Chen said yes. Oh, cool. That's awesome. I'm glad you had a good time there. And then Johan Sebastian Bach said, wow, you can read Mandarin? Cool. Yeah, I can, but when you're bouncing around in the car, it's kind of hard. Unakai said, Adam 不戴太阳镜吗？戴太阳镜好帅。No, I don't. Maybe I should get me a pair. They say you look really good in sunglasses. They're asking why I don't have my sunglasses. Nicole Lee said, oh no, you can read full Chinese. Yep, so you better not write something weird or I'll be able to read it. Yeah, here, I'll show you guys what we're looking at now. So this is North Ogden. I actually used to teach at the junior high in this city right here in North Ogden. Johann Sebastian Bach said, so where are you going to? We're going to a store called Smith and Edwards. It's one of my all-time favorite stores. It's because, it's got like almost everything in it. It used to be like a store for farmers and stuff. In fact, my dad used to buy not my dad, but my grandpa used to buy stuff out there. Let me see if I have Huh, Dad?
Yeah, it was started as Army-Navy surplus, meaning they bought up once if there was a war like World War II or Korean War, Vietnam War, they would buy up the surplus materials because the military didn't need it once the war had ended, and then they would sell it out to the consumers. So I grew up on a farm. We had a dairy.
Damn.
You don't have internet?
I don't know why it's doing that. It was way better the first time. Okay. 回来了哈 Okay. 回来了 Awesome. Okay, you guys can see me? Sweet. 又卡。真的已经在电了，又没了。Yes, Adam is back. 没有声音 It's huge. But you guys can 现在可以听得到我吗？可以吗 Okay. 有了，有正常了。Finally. Okay, good. I'm glad. Awesome. Well, in that case, I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see my dad. So right here we have saddles for horses. Isn't that cool? Okay, Philip Wando said, yes, here you are. Yes, here you are. Okay, good. Johann Sebastian Bach said that too. What? Is there a difference between these saddles, Dad?
Some of these are the bigger horn.
What's the horn?
Saddle horn.
That's the saddle horn?
Yeah.
What's that for?
That's for roping. When you tie the rope around, when you rope the calf, when you wrap it around saddle horn.
Oh, that's cool. So so you could catch a cow. You could rope it up.
So those are more working saddles.
Working saddles are these ones? Which ones are more expensive? Working saddles or just other kinds of saddles? What's the difference between saddles?
The working saddles will be more plain. The riding saddles, you can see a little fancier.
Okay, so this is a riding saddle. So it has fancy stuff. It's for riding. Yeehaw, yep, exactly. Yeehaw.
What size are you looking at for?
Then we've got a bunch of other things for horses too. So these are bridles.
Bridles.
缰，就是马用的缰。Then we have all kinds of bridles. Should we talk about the different kinds of guns and what you'd hunt? Maybe we should show them the things on the. Yeah. Johann Sebastian Bach said, "Your dad's voice is elegant but soft." So we're right here. What's cool is they have these animals on the wall. Elk over here. Novak said, "Can Adam ride a horse?" I've rode a horse a couple of times, but my dad had a horse. That horse's name was Chico. So right here, do you guys see these up here? These are called elk. So 中文会用鹿. So 鹿 is really, really broad because in English, we separate it. There's deer, elk, moose, caribou, but right here is an elk. How can you tell it's an elk, Dad?
They're bigger.
They're bigger, like
Bigger than cows.
bigger than cows. Holy cow.
They'll stand quite a bit bigger than a cow.
Bolin Entertainment said, "Adam, back to home." Yep, I'm back in Utah. And then Calper Chun said, "Yes." Johann Sebastian Bach said, "Are they real? Are those real elk?"
Yeah, those are mounted.
Yeah, those are real elk. ELK, elk.
We're just showing the buffalo and some of the other.
Yeah, we're gonna show you guys some of the other animals out here too. Yeah, elk. Hannah, real elk. That's perfect. That's exactly how you spell it. And then Unikai said, "Biaoben Ma." Yep, that's exactly what it is.
Mountain lion.
Biaoben. Oh, do you guys want to see a shanshi, a mountain lion? 就在这边. See if I can get it up. There's a mountain lion right there. 这个也是标本哦，很酷，对不对？ And then let's look at these other ones too. That's a ram. Hannah said leopard. A leopard is different than a shanshi. A leopard you'll find, I think those are in Africa and South America. But that one's a shanshi. That's Megwoloyoda. And then that's a deer. Oh, Alestina said, "Hi, Adam. Just joined the live." Hey, Alestina. Glad to have you. Johann Sebastian Bach also said, "I saw some elks in Texas. They are very shy." Yeah, they are shy. They make creepy noises though when they screech. Here's buffalo or a bison. These are in Utah and in Yellowstone. Novak said, "How much are elk?" What do you mean, like 多少钱吗？还是多高? What do you mean by how much? We've got this elk over here too. And then 蓝哥. What do you mean by that, Chilo? And then Kent said, "Is that a real shenyo?" That is a real buffalo. And Novak said, "Yeah, they are selling those." No, Novak, those are just store decorations. Just because people like here, there are a bunch of farmers like to fish and hunt, and it's just showing them the kind of things they can hunt with the stuff they buy here. And then Johann Sebastian Bach said, "I just checked their website. That's a big store. It looks like Bass Pro Shops in Texas." Yeah, it's really similar. And then Chilo said, "Niu Zai cool." Yep, lots of people are wearing those out here. So this is fishing gear. And then Miao Lu said, 我以为是可以买回家的." No, you can't buy the biaoben. You can't take the buffalo off the wall and take it home. Here's another shanshi, another mountain lion right there. So here's a bunch of fishing gear. So if you guys like fishing, this is the place to go. And then right here are the guns. What one are you looking at?
It's the lever action.
Lever actions?
The Western style.
Explain what a lever action is. Yeah, that's how you cock the gun. 对，所以这边都是 lever action. 这么多标本的话
Western looking.
Yeah, and then Shaniqua said 好多枪 and then Unikai said 这么多标本的话店里有味道吗? No, there isn't a smell. It smells awesome in here. It smells like goodness and love. So right over here, what about these guns, Dad?
Those are the shotguns.
So these are 散弹枪. All of these are different kinds of shotguns. Ellie Mao said this that's likes it. And then GGYY said 男人很爱这种商店. Yeah, men love this kind of store. And then Ellie Mao said, do they have knives? 有刀吗? Yeah, they have knives. Are those guns? But Novak said, are those guns for hunting?
Yeah, the shotguns would be for your birds, like pheasant, duck, goose. You will, so they'd be more hunting. Your lever actions, your 22 smaller calibers are for rabbits and coyotes and something smaller. And then you'll have your bigger game, which we'll look at the bullets and show you the difference.
Yeah, we could check out the bullets and show you guys the different kind. And then some of my枪有要指教吗? Yeah, it depends on the gun, but you have to fill out a lot of paperwork. And then Kent said there are almost only guns in the shop now. Yep. Miao Lu said 有他州买枪的标准成人就可以买了吗? Yeah, you can, but they will have your government records and stuff. Okay, so here's some bullets.
This is a shotgun shell.
This is a 散弹枪的子弹. So it's a shotgun shell.
So it's the primer.
So that's a primer. There's a little thing that clicks the back of this, and that's what makes it explode.
And then it shoots BBs that spray out.
对，所以有很多
to hit birds.
BBs 就会散出来, yeah. And then Alessina asks, can anybody buy guns, or do you need a license to buy them?
As long as you don't have a criminal record.
Yeah. So 如果你没有 criminal record 就可以买. And then Hannah said 大开眼界了. Yeah, this is definitely a different place. And then Kent said BB. BB, do we, maybe we could show him some BBs. Oh, check that out. What's that, Dad?
It's a trap, muskrat trap.
A muskrat trap?
Yeah, so just like that, open it up, and bait it.
And then when they step on that, it gets their foot, right?
Yep.
Ellie Mao said, are bullets for shotguns, like the shells, are they expensive?
Depends on what expensive means.
要看有多贵. How much were those? Just barely.
Let's look. About $1 a shell.
So 一颗子弹1块美金, 所以大概30块美金. And then Miao Lu said, 散弹枪想到海南的资兄弟. I'm trying to think what that is. I bet that's a movie I know. What are you looking at here, Dad?
I was like, the one kind of looks like it, but now
Anna said that's so America. It is. It's absolutely America. And then 黄可欣说，如果你们有买枪，需要带枪的许可证给老板看吗? So if you have a like a carrier's permit, do you have to tell your boss that you are carrying? No, 不用。这个地方卖枪，同时也有卖子弹吗? Yep, they do. That's right here. What's this kind of bullet?
This is a... It's a rifle shell.
It's a rifle shell. Johann Sebastian Bach says, I hope Adam's dad doesn't feel we're annoying.
No, 300 Magnum. So see that little tip?
Yeah.
That's what propels.
That's what shoots out. So this part is the only part that shoots out. 里面有化学物 and then it makes it shoot out.
That's what you would hunt elk with.
所以这个是用 elk, 就是打猎 elk 用的. Alessina said, Dad is really into it. Yes, he is. He loves guns. What's this one, Dad?
This is 7mm.
7mm.
Just a little different.
TMM.
A little smaller, which gets a little bit faster.
比较快, yeah.
They just
Is that one used for elk as well?
deer.
That one's for deer. So why do you need a faster one for deer?
Well, you see, it was a little smaller, less knocked down.
Oh. Vivian says, I got a hunting license in California. However, I never go hunting. Well, you should go. It's a good time. And then Shaniqua said, 爸爸常常去打猎吗? Do you hunt a lot, Dad?
Not anymore.
How come?
I don't like killing things.
But you like to shoot guns
I like to shoot.
at targets.
Yes.
And then Unikai said, 每个人拥有枪的数量有限制吗? So are there any limitations for like how many people can own guns in the States or what kind of guns they can own?
Nope.
Nope. Unless they're 机关枪, you can't own those. And then what do you use for hunting duck, Dad?
That one's in that shell.
So 散弹枪的那颗,
Shotgun that sprays BBs.
that one's for hunting duck.
Yeah, because the rifle shoot out a little projectile. Shotgun shell shoots out BBs that spray it out.
So
you can hit it.
Yeah, so 就一定会打到东西. That's because they fly really fast, right?
Yes.
And then Kent wanted to ask, when you did go hunting, where did you go hunting?
Idaho.
Idaho, Joel.
I've been deer hunting, bear hunting, pheasant hunting, sagebrush, and duck hunting.
All good things. Which one was your favorite?
Oh, rabbit.
Rabbit. And then Johan said, your dad's awesome. He's super nice. Alestina says, do they sell bow and arrows there?
Yes, they do.
Yo. We'll look at those in just a little bit. And then GGY said, 我要睡觉的时候看到这个醒了. She's like, I was going to go to bed, and then I saw this, and now I want to keep watching. Well, I guess you're going to stay with us for a bit. Kent says that you're handsome, Dad.
What's up, Ted?
Unikai said, 我看到有卖船. They said that, do they sell boats here, Dad? Like hunt?
Boats?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like fishing boats?
钓鱼用的. Y'all.
I want to show them 22. I don't see the 22.
Right now we're looking for 22 shells, and those are used for hunting rabbits.
Side by side. Just so they can see the difference.
And then Alestina said, wow, that's so cool. I've always wanted to try archery. Well, maybe we can show you some bow and arrows here in a little bit.
All right, let's go find it.
We'll go look at some, how about that? We'll go look at some bow and arrows for Alestina, and we'll come back and show you some more of the gun stuff.
Gun safe.
Yep, this is a gun safe. We call it an SAFE safe, 因为放里面就很安全嘛。然后这个叫做是保什么箱吗？或是保什么？How do you say that in Chinese? I can't remember. Kent said, 爸爸今天会买东西吗? Are you going to buy anything today, Dad?
I don't think I am. Josh might.
My brother might come later. He might buy a gun because today 有特价，因为是 Black Friday. Johan says, you guys don't have time to look at a boat? Well, we could look at a boat. We'll look at a bow and arrow, and then we'll look at, okay, 保险箱. That's what I thought it was. But because there's also 保鲜箱, and I always mix those up. So here's some more 标本. So 这个是 pheasant, 响尾蛇, 然后这个是 coyote, 是比较小型的狼.
Somebody want to know about knives?
Okay, somebody was asking about knives. Here you guys go. Here's all kinds of knives, like hunting knives. Here's a machete. These are super cool. 20块美金, and then you also have 斧头, 比较大只的大把的 machete.
And then there's some more over here in the tin.
Okay. And then Miao Lu said, 原来黑五买枪也有优惠. She's like, no way, they have Black Friday sales for guns too? Yes, they do. Shaniqua said, 开山刀. Okay, that's a machete. That's interesting. I didn't know that's what a machete is. So this is a So right here is a 开山刀, right? Okay. Ellie Mao said, 很便宜. Yeah, they're pretty cheap, huh?
Throwing hatchets.
And then Johann Sebastian Bach said, that's so cool. The store allowed you to film it. They're so nice here. They're super cool. And then this is just some axe for like camping. So, and these are super useful when you're up in the hills and you need to get some like 木柴. That's the best. And then 黄可欣说这间店才开门没多久里面就好多人很多人哦生意真好 Yeah, it's exactly. But it also is because it's Black Friday today. Because it's a lot of 特价. A lot of people are getting stuff right now. Oh, 还有更多的 knife 我给你看 Let's see if I can get that back. Yep. Let me see if I can flip this around real quick. There we go. Okay, so we got some knives over here, pocket knives. And a whole, if you guys check out that's a moose. So I know in Chinese the lu is just a regular deer, but this is the biggest kind. We call that a moose. They're huge. They actually have those up in Utah. This is a 22 shell. Do you see that? So this one, what do you use these for, Dad?
That'd be rabbits.
Do you hunt rabbits with those? So like if you teach somebody how to shoot, like when I was in scouts, this is what we would use. They're little smaller bullets. Yeah, it doesn't, man, how do you say that? There's a whole, there's recoil, just kick. It means it doesn't hurt when you shoot it. Kent said those knives are super cool. Yeah, they are, huh? And then, okay, we found the bows. Shaniqua said, 买刀也会需要执照吗？还是成年就可以买? Yeah, you can. If you're an adult, you can buy. You don't need a license for a knife. Here's okay, Alestina. Here's your bow. Here's your bows. So what bows are these, Dad? Compound bows. Why is it? Is it compound because it has more weight on the bowstring? Oh, that's cool. So you guys see that? 这是钓鱼用的. So you'll shoot the arrow into the water and then you use this to reel in the fish.
There's a string on the arrow.
But you have a string on the arrow.
So you can see the arrows.
Kent wants to ask, when you hunted rabbit, did you eat them and cook them?
Cottontails.
Cottontails, 那个可以吃.
Jackrabbits, no.
Jackrabbit 不行，因为太恶心了，有很多寄生虫. Alestina's excited that we're looking at the bows for her. She's like, yeah, really so cool. Okay, yeah, these are all. So what's this kind of bow for, Dad?
So you can't pull it back. They've got it strapped down. But what this does is gives it more tension as you pull it back.
所以你拉得越远，就会变得越紧。
It has more release.
就比一般的弓还要有这种，所以还要紧。The like power of the bow is way more. The more you pull it back, the more intense it gets.
Yeah, see this device here makes it compound your strength of the bow. And there's some arrows.
And then if you wanted arrows, here you go. 大概 So a whole bundle, this one's 130块美金. So it's a little more expensive for arrows.
But you can use them over and over.
Yeah, 可以一直用. Alestina said, it looks, are those bows heavy, Dad?
No.
Like if a girl was picking it up, would it be heavy?
No, those are pretty light.
还蛮轻的，超级轻.
They might be the tension. You have to adjust the tension, how much you pull it back.
对，所以可以调整那个 tension.
Okay,
Here you go, guys. Here's a BB gun, BB 枪. All right, now somebody was asking about a boat. We probably should go. I think that was Johan that was asking about a boat. Let's go look at a boat. Let's see. All right, in the back here.
Yeah, but those are the small, just the one-man fishing.
I bet
boats.
he'd probably want to look at those. That's probably what he saw. Johan, was it these? Johan says, you're in really good shape, Dad. So here's Johan, were these the boats you wanted to see? Kent said, I haven't seen this kind of bow before, the bows we were talking about. Yeah, those compound bows are for hunting. And then Unakai, me too. You two what? You want a bow and arrow too, or you wanna see a boat too? So here's the price for a boat. So 2600. It's it's pretty much 2700. So if you wanted to get this, what would these be used for, Dad?
Just fishing. It's a single man fishing. You go out on a river.
So is this more for fishing on a river, or?
Yeah, more on a river.
Okay, so this would be like fly fishing?
Yeah, see, here's your flies.
So these are all the different kinds of fly. You might want to explain to them fly fishing versus just regular fishing.
Fly fishing, you kind of whip it out and let it hit the water like a fly landing on it and fish come up and get it. Versus normal fishing, you'll cast out and let it sink and let it go out.
And then you can get different kinds, so yeah.
A little more artistic.
A little more artistic. Fly fishing is a lot harder. There's a lot more technique involved. Check out this biaobun. Let's see if I can get it. They took a fish and put hair on it. Let's see if I can zoom in. Isn't that funny? And then Johan said, so that would be like 84000. Yeah, that's about the price for a boat. And then Alestina said those bows look super pro. Yeah, those are the real deal. Those are hunting bows. Okay. Oh yeah, listen, you guys want to look at some handguns? So maybe we can explain to them like the difference between them.
Okay. So the revolvers.
What's it?
Looking. The cylinder turns.
So you like put like 6 bullets in it, and that's why it's called revolve. Revolve just juan, the isu. So that gun is called a revolver because it will turn every time you shoot.
And you have to cock it each time.
Yeah, 每次都要 cocky shot. You have to pull it back.
Cowboy.
Yeah. Yep. 牛仔的 gun.
And then the other is the semi-automatic. You just load it in a clip, and then you just fire.
Don't they have? Did they sell? Grams is a 9mm, right?
You have a 9mm bigger.
Are these ones over here are 9mm?
There's a 9mm up there. It's very common.
And then you have a Magnum, right?
Yeah, 45.
45 Magnum.
Because I'm a big guy.
Yeah. Ellie Mao said, 左轮手枪. Oh yeah. So that's how you say revolver. Exact. Yeah, I guess you could. Yeah, that's exactly what a revolver is.
So did you want some cowboy boots?
Do you guys want to look at cowboy boots? We could go show you some cowboy boots. It's pretty cool. We'll go look at them. Walk past the saddles again. I think these flannels are cool. I love these kinds of shirts. Novak says, what do you have in your farm? Well, I didn't have a farm, but my dad did. What did you have on your farm, Dad?
We have dairy cows, 80 head of dairy cows. We do hay.
And a dairy cow is the cow you use for milk.
Milk, cheese. We grew beans, potatoes, barley.
某种麦子
Grain.
grain. And then Ellie Mouse said, is there a place where you can test shooting the guns? But not in the store, right? You have to go other places to shoot.
So here's your cowboy.
Okay, here's some cowboy boots. These even have soles on them.
Get a little fancier one.
这个比较 fancy. All these are lady boots?
Is that Chinese you're speaking?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Talking to Taiwan right now.
Yeah. Just showing them Smith and Edwards.
Yeah.
Is she on a mission? Why is she in Taiwan?
No, these are Taiwanese people.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, we just English, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, yeah.
He's over here giving them the American
I bet they're
experience.
shocked. I saw you back at the guns and I was like, oh man, I bet they're shocked by that.
Yeah, yeah. Probably. Yeah, they couldn't believe they're like, you could just buy that?
Got one in the car.
Yep. Yeah, nice talking to you too. So these are what's unique about just a little fancier. Grams would get these. My grandma loves these kinds of boots, especially this color. Then Ellie Mao said, and then Johann Sebastian Bach said, hello there. Oh, dang it, they already left. I should have told them. It's too bad you guys there's a lag, because I'm sure they would talk back to you. They were super nice.
So yeah, so you can go up there and show
What kind
just
of-
like the whole.
Maybe we show what kind of boots would you get?
We used to get cowboy boots every year when we go to the fair. That was a big event to go to the fair, rodeo.
Yeah, a rodeo is where people like ride on cows and try not to get bucked off. Bulls and and horses and stuff. And so every year my dad would go, they'd give him a new pair of boots. And then Johann Sebastian Bach says, old school. Alestina says she wants to buy some boots now. Well, you should. Come over and get some boots. And then Kent said, 好牛仔的鞋子. Like she's saying, oh, those are super cowboy style. So you've got these boots here too. Yeah, I do. Do you guys have a size 13 though? Maybe I'll try on a pair of boots. Somebody asked Ellie Mao wants me to try. We'll look at some other ones.
Well, yeah, there's the. You probably want to try on the men. They don't have them in the women.
Yeah, yeah, don't want to try on some women ones. Okay, so all of these are men's. Let's see. Which one should I try on, guys?
Because I think
Which one would you get, Dad?
I don't know. Yeah.
I'd probably get the same style. I'm probably not going to get them, but I'd like to. Well, maybe I will. Who knows? I'll try on a pair.
Nice pair.
Got to think about that. And then Johan wanted to ask. Oh wait, I need to. Chung Ho said, 请问美国一般说 pistol 还是 handgun? Do we say pistol or handgun more? Handgun probably more. Handgun 比较口语. And then Johan wanted to ask, are those boots comfy? Yeah, they're super. And then Novak says Adam needs to buy a cowboy outfit. I don't know about that.
I don't know. Did you want to try on a pair or not?
I was like,
你们要我穿一些鞋子牛仔靴吗?
or I was like,
Maybe we'll try some on. If I get enough people saying that I should put some on, we'll come back and we'll put some cowboy boots on.
Okay, so what
Okay, I think, what do you guys want to look at now? Do you guys want to check out, we could probably show them the army stuff. Should we show them that? That's in the back. Oh, 上面左边的. Oh, somebody wanted me to put on. How? We'll go back and we'll look at the boots. The 上面左边. We'll look at those. We'll I'll put those on. Yeah. Yeah, they would.
that's easier to do.
还是我先试戴一个牛仔帽. Oh, you guys got to check out the candy here. It's so cool. So we have the suckers made out of like sugar. Let's see, I'm trying to find some of the stuff that you can't really buy anywhere else. Like we've got the Pez. Actually, the fruities, that's something that you can't really get anywhere. Johan says, what's dad looking for? He's just looking around. He's just checking stuff out. But like this right here, these fruities, this is Smith & Edwards is the only place I've ever been able to get them, which is super cool. They have fruities. Oh, look at that. Haribo Harry Potter flavor. Let me see some of my favorite stuff they have here that you can't really get anywhere else. Bonbons. These are French candy. These are really hard to find. It depends on where you're at, but I love these. My favorite flavor is the blueberry. These are super, super good. And then Hannah said so many things. Johann Sebastian Bach said, oh, we already looked at that. Johann Sebastian Bach said, what do they have on a second floor? There isn't a second floor. It's all on one floor. And then Kent says, does the store sell Stranger Things stuff? It does. It's the Chia Pet. We'll show you. We're actually going to walk past it in a little bit here. It's right over. I'll show you. Chia Pets are right up here in this middle aisle. But there's some really funny names of sauce. There's one that's called Whoop Ass.
You want to show them that one?
Yeah, let's show them that. This one's funny. Slap your mama. 就因为你打你妈妈的时候，她就会很生气，会把你杀死嘛，就是辣到这种程度。And then, oh, look at the doggy. That's awesome. And then this one. 辣到就好像屁股被鞭打一样 ，whoop ass. Okay, Vivian's saying she wants me to put on cowboy boots. All right, well, if more of you say that, we've got 2 people that want me to do that.
Cowboy hat.
牛仔帽呢? What if I put on that? Let's see. I think the Stranger Things Chia Pets are up here. Okay. Let's see. Look. Oh, I found them. Okay, they're right up here. Right here. Here's your Stranger Things. So it's a Chia Pet. You plant the seeds in his head, and then it grows out, and it becomes his hair. So Chia Pets, like, they were bigger in like the 80s and 90s, but you can still get these out in the States. You have Beetlejuice, Ninja Turtles. Let me see if I have Simpsons. Oh, Vivian says I can wear a cowboy hat too. That's about the most of the Stranger Things though. And then here are the tools. Milwaukee's my dad's favorite brand. It's mine too. We love Milwaukee. They've got all kinds. You want a tool? They've got it in here. And then these are snow blowers. So it's kind of like a goods haoji, but for snow. So in fact, I'll show you in the front. You can see the部分吗? This sucks in the snow. It'll eat the snow and then it'll shoot it out the top, which is really cool. Snow blowers are ways.
The bigger one. That's got a little...
So you see that here's a bigger one. So this eats the snow and then it shoots the snow at the top. Alestina said, yeah, just try on a hat. That's much easier. Okay, all right, we'll do a hat. I can do a hat. Okay, now we're in the military part of the store. So this is like where you could just like wear a vest, put ammo and different kind of gear. Maybe we could show them some of the helmets. So these are World War II helmets.
That looks like World War I.
Is that World War I?
Oh, yeah. I don't know what those are.
Yeah, let's see. Maybe I'll put on some of those. Maybe I'll put on a helmet for you guys. What do you think? They've got all kinds of helmets. I'll show you some of these other ones. So you got patches. My dad was showing you guys these patches just barely. And then let me see if I can show you guys over here all these different. These ones are World War II ones, right, Dad? Yeah, those are the World War II. And then here's some more helmets. What is what's this one? Is this just a motorcycle helmet?
Yeah.
It's like a motorcycle helmet from the 60s.
Oh, what the?
And you got these, I think these are Kaiser helmets. Shaniqua wanted to ask, were some of these helmets worn by soldiers? Could have been, possibly. What happened with these helmets is, like, they made a ton during World War II, right? And they made too much. So after World War II was over, they still had all these helmets. They're like, oh, well, we need to get rid of them. And so people would buy them and use them for different things. Like, for example, my grandpa, he would buy them because he could use them as bowls to feed baby cows, the calves, right? And so you could turn that helmet upside down and pull take the inside out, and then you fill it up with food and water, and then they can eat out of that. But it's kind of hard to teach a baby calf how to drink because they're used to sucking on their mom's teat, right? So what do you do?
So you stick your hand in their mouth, let them suck on your hand, get milk on your hand, let them suck on your hand, and then you put their face down in the bucket and let them start drinking, and then you pull your hand down, and that's how they learn how to drink.
And so when you fed them, they were all out of these helmets, right?
Yeah.
So it was cheaper because one helmet was $1 versus a big metal bowl would be way more expensive.
Quite a lot of them.
Yeah. And then Vivian said, kind of funny looking. Yes, they are. Alessina said, oh, I suddenly saw a Taiwanese helmet. Did you? It could have been. Here's some more like military gear. So you got like backpacks, right? And then you've got rifle cases. One thing that I think is funny though, is if you look up here at this, on this sign it says, that's not for sale, which means somebody was trying to buy it. And so they had to put that sign on there and say, no, we're not selling that. Oh, whoops. Let me see if I can. See if I can get this turned around. There we go. Okay, so here's some, sorry guys, just getting it. Boots. Oh, you meant the motorcycle. Alessina said I meant the motorcycle helmet. Yeah, oh, yep. Here's some, yeah, Hydrunda, so Navy hats, which is pretty great. It's pretty awesome. Are these wool socks?
Yeah.
Oh, these are so good for snowboarding. If you go skiing or snowboarding, wear these. They're so awesome.
The bayonets, see how they have the loop on them?
So this is a bayonet. The loop you're talking about, which part?
On the one side, there's a circle.
Oh, he's talking about right here on the handle. There's a loop.
That goes over your gun barrel, and you put the knife. You put the knife on the end of the gun barrel, and then so if you're in close quarters, you use it as a spear.
Yeah, so it's like you could use it if you run out of bullets too. It's a bayonet. I thought one thing that I thought was kind of funny over here. Check out this Hello Kitty patch. It's like a mix of the Punisher and Hello Kitty. I thought that was super funny. Here's some grenades, but those are just for show, right?
Yeah, these are done.
Those are dead, so that means there's nothing in them. Those can't be blown up or anything like that.
The old pineapple grade.
Which is pretty crazy. But yeah, these aren't explosive. This is just something you could take home and use, like decorate your house with. And then Chunyo said, watch your live stream to practice my English. It's a good way to do it. If you want to learn English, it's much funner. And then Chunyo said, 谢谢你的影片，真的很实用. No problem. I'm glad you like it.
When I was growing up, they were selling this for $100.
What? So when my dad was a kid, one of these was just 100块美金.
They're trying to get rid of it.
They were trying to get rid of them. That's so crazy. And then Black Hello Kitty. Anna said that. Yeah, crazy, huh? Oh, Ellie Mao wanted to ask, is this a Jeep?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a Jeep. But like, it's not like a Jeep, like the Jeep brand Jeep, is it?
Well, that's what they were originally made for.
So Jeeps were originally for military.
Yeah, the brand Jeep was originally a military vehicle, and then they adapted it to make it for
Consumers.
Get your little insignias.
Unikai said, I'm not good at English, but it's funny. Well, that's okay. You don't have to understand everything at once. Just take the keywords, and over time, you'll start to absorb some stuff. So all of these, are these just metals for...
They're different insignias. I'll tell you what they are.
That's so cool. So this is just different metals for different things, which is pretty cool. Is that a Purple Heart, Dad?
Yeah, yes.
So these medals you'd get if you got shot or wounded in battle. This is what you would get for that. Do they have a Medal of Honor in here? I wouldn't think they would.
Well, these are replicas.
So these are just replicas. They're not the real thing. But it is kind of cool. You have all the different awards that you can get for different things. Oh, is this the Flying Tigers? Here you guys go. Does that look familiar? That's for the pilots that flew over Taiwan during World War II. Got patches you can put on jackets. We got the jackets. I guess we could walk through.
Yeah, I think
that's pretty much it. Oh, maybe we could show them this bomb up here. Oh, that's cool.
wool coats.
These are some wool coats. These are super, super warm.
Yeah, wool gets warmer when it's wet.
Oh. Yeah, so if you have wool, when it gets wet, it actually gets warmer, which is really nice.
A lot of the Navy will use.
If you're in the snow, or if you're in the Navy. And then Kent said, 那辆军用 Jeep 也是在卖的吗？可以开在路上? She's asking if that Jeep is for sale. No, not anymore. They don't sell those anymore. But back when my dad was younger, yeah, they would sell those and for really cheap. What is this? What kind of bomb is this, Dad? Isn't that crazy though? They just have this empty bomb shell up here.
So see these canisters?
What are those canisters for?
Those are big shells. This is what your grandpa collected a bunch of those.
Which grandpa? My grandpa? Or
no, my grandpa.
So Grandpa Lee.
In World War II.
So Grandpa Lee would collect these.
And they were getting them. And they would cut this off and make an ashtray for a souvenir. And so they collected some German ammunition and put it on the truck. And when they were driving back, he had a little voice in his head that said, "You need to move up front." So they moved up front. And the back end of the truck, the ammunition blew up with the back of the truck.
Which is crazy. But yeah, these are just all replicas of bullets here. What's
That's what they would keep ammunition in.
So
those are containers for ammunition.
So 放子弹用的.
So you'd open these up and you'd pull out and it would load them into the gun.
To keep them dry, is that why they're metal?
Yeah. And durable, because you don't want them
bending and stuff.
Hit primers and going off.
Okay. 9:55. We're getting pretty close to finishing off, guys.
Get a cowboy hat.
I'll go put on a cowboy hat, and then I think that would be a good way to end it. What do you guys think? Okay, we're gonna walk over here. Ooh.
I don't have a first ornament Nova. That's why I was asking. I don't have a baby's first Christmas
I
one.
don't know if I saw any baby first.
I got some good sleeping bags over here. Really warm. basketballs, camping gear. They've got some really cool, in fact, I'll show you this real quick. This is a fire starter. What you do is you just slide that across the top and it'll shoot sparks out, and it's really easy to start a fire. It's so awesome. All right, I think the cowboy hats are over here, Dad.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's Alestina says really lots of people there. Yeah, it's Black Friday. That's why.
There's a huge line.
There was a huge line outside when we were coming in. 因为今天有很多比较便宜的东西，有很多的特价。Virginia said, "That's cool. It is cool. I love this store. This is absolutely one of my favorite stores."
Josh, come aboard.
Oh, my brother's coming to look at some guns. We'll have to film that, but it won't be in the live stream. Okay, the hats are over here. Check this out. All right, guys. I'll take my hat off here. I like this one. Too small for me.
Try to go down.
Go down a size? What's that size?
See if that's good.
Is this the front or the back?
That's the front.
This is the front? Yeah.
Feel pretty small.
A little small for me. Maybe we'll see if we can find a size that fits a little bit better. How's that one? Gotta find one that fits me first. Oh, Novak wanted to ask what a cowboy does.
The term cowboy is from herding cows.
Yep. So you get cows and you herd. 不是 hurt, 不是 HRURT, 是 HERD. Is that one big enough? Okay, I'll wear that one. Okay. Oh yeah, that one's massive. Other way around. Look at this. How's that? Pretty big. But yeah, cowboy is somebody, they'll ride on horses and they just make sure that the cows don't get lost. They bring the cows back into the ranch. That's their job. All right. Well, it's a nice hat, huh? Well, it's 9:59, guys. It's so fun showing you guys Smith & Edwards. If you ever come out to the States, you gotta check it out. I'll see you guys next time.